Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. My Slay the Spire instance just died, so let's start that up again. It died right when I started the stream. Alright, here we are again. Great. Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. Today I'm playing Slay the Spire. The challenge run for today in Slay the Spire is my Skinny Deck Challenge. In this challenge, I have a max of 12 cards in my deck, which means at any time during the run, I can have only 12 cards in my main deck. Mostly that means before we can add cards, we have to remove cards. So, that is a challenge. It's hard to judge how my different challenges compare to each other in terms of the level of challenge, but I think this one is a little bit lower in the challenge capacity as some of my other challenges, for everybody except for the silent. My best so far with this challenge has been with the Watcher on Ascension 6, so we're going to try to beat that today. Try to beat Ascension 6. I'm going to start with the Defect, and we are going to play with the Silent. The Silent is the worst one for this challenge. Significantly worse for this challenge. I think that I would like to try on Ascension 8. Ascension 8 is a couple Ascensions up from my personal best, but let's see if we can do it. At least with the Defect. With the Silent, I might drop back to Ascension 7. Still not much of a drop back, but still. The Silent is much harder for this one. So, let's get started. So transforming a card is really nice in this particular challenge because it simultaneously removes one of my starting deck cards, which is taking one of the 12 slots, and adds, admittedly a random card, but a random non-starter card. So I do really like the Transformer card. I'm almost certainly going to choose it. We can lose our starting relic and obtain a boss relic in this particular challenge, so that is an option, whereas it is not an option in many challenges of mine. But I think I've got to choose Transformer card while we can. And probably Strike. I think the strikes are the worst in the Defect. We get Recycle. How about that? Recycle was what I used for the thumbnail for this stream, and already I have been gifted a Recycle. So going to shops is very important, much more important than it typically is because removing cards is extremely important. Going to this shop does mean we have to face a very early Burning Elite, which is quite scary. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this question mark, and if I feel strong enough, we're going to go to the right. If I don't, we're probably going to go left. So that's the plan. Alright, first couple should be real easy. They're not always really easy in my challenge runs, but this time they should be. Because we can play everything. I probably want to get as little damage as possible, so we're going to do 3 defense there. And 2 strikes doesn't win, but 2 strikes and a zap does win. Great. So, I have to be extremely picky about what cards we add to our deck because we're already at 10 cards. So, we definitely don't put Stack in the deck. Equilibrium, although it is a possibility, do I want it? It might be good. It means that if I take Equilibrium, I don't really get to add a damage card. I don't get to add 2 damage cards early. And we did take 1 damage card out. So I think I have to skip here. If we're going to fight an early elite, we need to add damage to the deck. None of these adds damage to the deck, and it reduces my slots by 1. So we've got to skip these, sadly. Alright, the Wheel of Change. You know, this could be good. Could remove a card. Let's find out. It adds a curse to our deck. Curses, unfortunately, also take up space. So this is a terrible start. We only have one more slot for cards, and we're already gifted a curse. How terrible. Alright. That pretty much means that we're not going to go to the right anymore. At least we can exhaust the decay. Alright. Of course we're going to dual cast. Do we play 2 defends or do we play the strike? If we play the strike, then we need one more strike. You know what? Let's do the defense. I think we can defend all of the damage that we're going to take here. Yes, great. These are not attack cards. Although Hello World is a possibility, I don't think I want it. And we really need something that adds attack to my deck. So unfortunately we have to skip again. I said that if I felt strong enough we would go right. We're definitely not doing that. So we're going to go left. We're gonna get hit by that decay. I think we do defend, zap here. Get hit for 4. Very painful. And then I think we recycle a strike. Recycle a strike, then we can do defend, strike, dual cast. That means we'll get back to the dual cast faster and win. Great. We got a Cultist Potion. I do like Cultist Potions. They work really well against bosses in particular. We still kind of didn't get anything that gives me attack, and I only have 1 slot I can fill in the deck. So I have to skip again. Yeah, I do have to skip again. This has been a very, very difficult start for this challenge. We could gain gold. We do actually need gold so we can remove cards. So let's gain the gold. And then the real question is, do we go to an elite or not? I don't feel very strong, but we might be able to take out an elite. We're going to get damaged, probably. But there's almost no point to go to the Spire, because what would we upgrade at the Fire, you know? There are some things that I would like to upgrade, but not better than going to an elite and hopefully turning our luck around. So, let's see if our luck is absolutely terrible or if we can turn it around. Should we recycle something? Technically, probably yes. If we can get down to a smaller deck size, we're much stronger in this one. I am going to use this Cultist Potion right now, because this is going to be a difficult one. Let's recycle a defend. I really want to recycle my decay, obviously. We might be able to do that next turn. Let's not wake up the beast just yet. Alright. We got the decay, we got the recycle. Alright, recycle the decay. Alright. Now, I think we zap and we strike to start this one off. Alright. I'm pretty sure we can beat this elite. We're going to take damage. I don't know how much damage. I think I might try to reduce how much damage we're going to take as much as possible, though, because I think we can win rather quickly due to my Cultist Potion once we get there. So recycle a strike or a defend. The strikes are getting pretty strong. But I do think we recycle a strike. Recycle a strike, defend twice, so we've taken 15 damage in this elite fight. We never took damage from our decay, luckily. And now we recycle defends, because the defends are much worse now. Dual cast and then zap, or zap and then dual cast? I guess with as few turns as we're probably going to have, zap and then dual cast is the better option. Alright. Definitely do a strike. A strike and a dual cast wins. Alright. That elite fight went pretty well. We got an oddly smooth stone. Oddly smooth stone is fine, but the most important thing is for this to be a good attack card. A good card that can deal damage to enemies. Technically, Go for the Eyes is a card that can deal damage to enemies. Do we take Consume? The thing is, we could upgrade it immediately. I think we're going to take Consume. Our luck has not really turned around yet. And we have to go to that shop so we can remove our decay. So let's smith something. I'm thinking about smithing Consume. Yeah, let's smith Consume. We might recycle Consume in several fights, but I think smithing it right now is fine. Alright, we can't take another card until we remove a card. And there's that decay plus 12 damage. That hurts. Let's put out the zap and not play the dual cast. We can defend 3 times at least, and with oddly smooth stone, that means we take no damage. Alright, do we recycle the Consume or play the Consume? I think we play it. Alright, we've doubled our lightning damage. And we should recycle the Slimed. Actually, let's recycle the... yeah, recycle the Slimed, of course. We should split this turn. Ooh, did not like seeing those options. Alright. Zap and then dual cast. Zap and then dual cast. Alright. I think we have to hope to get lucky. No, no, no. What we do is we play Explosive Potion. And then if we hit with Strike, we win, but we take the decay damage. If we play Defend, we take more damage than that. Alright, take the decay damage. Oh, we don't take the decay damage. Alright, great. Even better. We can't add these cards. Why am I looking at them? Alright, Kunai. Kunai gives us a way that we could build our deck. If we can reliably play 3 attacks in a single turn, which granted we only have 3 attacks in our entire deck, but if we can play 3 attacks in a single turn over and over again, that's going to be very nice. So, Kunai gives us a pathway that we might want to build this deck. Alright, most important by far is removing our decay. And then it would be very nice to add an attack card. I'm looking at that FTL. Honestly, I want the FTL and Scrape, but we can't add 2 cards to our deck. We can only add 1. I think we take FTL. Or we take nothing because we're going to get offered cards plenty of times. So maybe we should save our money for removing. Who's our boss? Our boss is Slime Boss. Maybe we should take a Strength Potion for Slime Boss. I think I'm leaning toward that. Strength Potion for Slime Boss, don't add a card to the deck because we're going to get plenty of opportunities to do that. And then next question, do we go to elites? I think we still should, even though that's scary. I like the consume for the first turn. We can recycle a defend in this one. So recycle defend. Play consume and strike. Are we going to use either of these? We might use the explosive potion. We might also just die. I think it's very likely that we're just going to die in this particular fight. In order to not die, we have to block next turn or kill next turn. I think we're gonna die. And for that reason, playing a defend is probably worthwhile. Can we possibly block? If we play both defends, that's 12 block, but it gives you 4 more damage, so that's basically 8 block, which is not even close to enough. So let's use both potions and see if we can get even close. No, we don't get close. Alright. We die. We had terrible luck. Terrible luck with that run. I'm going to do that right back, run it right back with the defect. But wow, we had terrible luck in that particular run for this challenge specifically. So let's try again. The Defect Ascension 8 Skinny Deck Challenge. We have to get a lot more lucky with adding attack to our deck early on. And, you know, probably enemies in the next 3 combats having 1 health is good. That may allow us to go to a Burning Elite. No, it wouldn't, because we'd have 3... Yeah, we'd have 3 before the Burning Elite. Again, the only way to get to the first shop is through the Burning Elite. There is a second shop, though. Oh, no. There's a shop there. Okay, great. Let's go to the first shop there, and then head right to the second shop. That allows us to go through 2 elites early, and we get a fireplace before the first elite. I like that. I think I'm going to choose max HP plus 7 this time. The longer term benefit, which is better as long as we don't die in the first act, which is what we did last time, but still, we might not do that again. There goes the 7 extra health that we got. Try to take no more damage in this fight. I think it's possible. So far, so good. And win. Alright. I like Ball Lightning. Sweeping Beam is also not a bad choice, but I think Ball Lightning as our first card is great. And already we've been more lucky than the past run, the entire run. Oh man, the Wing Statue. Remove a card from your deck. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Going to remove a strike. I will remove a defend next, possibly, unless we have a plan for the deck that does not involve removing a defend next. So the dual cast should allow me to kill something with a Ball Lightning. Or it will allow me to kill both of them. Great. Fear Potion. Very nice potion to fight an early elite. We could add a Cold Snap. Huh. Alright. So a Cold Snap... A Cold Snap is another way to add orbs. Ball Lightning and Cold Snap. Let's do it. Alright. We are building a deck that goes through orbs quickly. I like doing that with the Defect. Let's remove a card always useful. I think we remove a strike because we added the cold snap. And then we're not adding anything here. We'll have plenty of chances to add things, and we need to save up for the next shop to remove something. Alright. Excellent first hand. Ball, lightning, zap, dual cast. And then we can defend, strike. Alright, our deck can take out the earliest enemies no problem. That's good. We can still add cards to the deck. Rip and Tear is not my favorite. The fact that it's a random enemy twice is surprisingly bad. Cool-Headed can be very good with an upgrade. It's another source of frost orbs. And I think I really like just pushing through lots of orbs throughout the deck. And this helps both by adding an orb and drawing cards. So let's do it. Cool-Headed. What shall we smith? It's either going to be Zap or Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning adds 3 damage, Cold Snap adds 3 damage, the Strikes add 3 damage. The Zap kind of adds more because it costs 0. Kind of. I like the cost 0, especially when we have Cool-Headed. It does make me want to upgrade Cool-Headed next. Alright. How do we want to start this one? We definitely want 2 lightning orbs. Maybe let's add a frost orb next, so that we have some frost orbs going through. Yeah, I think we do a frost orb, and then a lightning orb, and then we'll add another frost orb next turn. Should have done Fear Potion this turn. Completely forgot about that. Oh well. Great. So we can do Zap and Dual Cast, which will double that Frost Orb. I like that. And then Cool-Headed and Defend, probably? Cold Snap and Ball Lightning are good things to do. Yeah, they're worth it. We're going to take some damage this turn, but the fact that we've knocked the beast down to 44 is very good for doing the rest of this fight without taking damage. Hopefully. Let's dual cast this one. Alright, 2 strikes does it with the orb. Pretty good elite fight. We got a pair. Fine with that. Raise my HP by 10. We could get Sunder. We could get Consume. Don't think I want Consume. We could get Bullseye. Don't think I want Bullseye. Let's save up for something else. Hello, Jazz. Welcome to the stream. Jazz says that if we got a Plasma Orb, it might be nice. I agree. The Woman in Blue. So, typically, if I have a potion that I don't care about too much, like the Colorless Potion, I buy enough that I could replace it. So we're going to buy 2 potions. And I like my Colorless more than the Snecko Oil, probably, so we'll take the Block Potion. Let's go... I mean, I have very few choices here. The Sundial, Sundial, is great with a skinny deck challenge, because we're going to be shuffling our deck many times. That's especially true if we have cards that draw cards, like Cool-Headed. So Sundial can be amazing. It can also be a relatively easy way to do an infinite combo with the Defect. So... let's think about that as we move on. when we're deciding what the last two cards are, we could potentially get an infinite combo going with Sundial. We simply must smith Cool-Headed so that we draw more cards. Alright, Acid Slime. I think we start with Cool-Headed. Cool-Headed defend, blocks for everything this turn. And do I still want to do that when I've got Cold Snap Ball Lightning? I do. Well, zap, defend. Take 1 damage. We're slowly getting stronger. So we can dual cast our Frost Orb. Let's do Cool-Headed. Dual cast our Frost Orb. And then put out another Frost Orb. And then can we split this turn? If we do Ball Lightning, that will also make this deal 8 damage. So that's 15 plus the 3 that this would deal. We can split this turn. It won't be a great split, but I think we should still go for it. I would prefer to have a way to deal them damage, but I guess if we do Cool-Headed, we might get dual cast and be able to... Well, we didn't get it. I was gonna say that we could potentially block a lot. As it is, Zap kind of blocks for 5, and then we could block for another 10 and just take 2 damage. Down with that. And the Sundial comes in already, which means we can play everything in our hand. Let's do it. Kind of hit the wrong one. Oh well. If we'd hit the other one, then we could have not taken that 1 damage. Oh well. Focus Potion, very nice. Let's get rid of our colorless potion. Take the Focus Potion. That'll be very nice for probably the boss fight. So Aggregate is kind of terrible in this particular challenge. Compile Driver draws cards. It probably draws 2 cards in our deck, and if we go for another orb type, we could have 3 cards that it draws, and almost draw our entire deck with Cool-Headed and Compile Driver. Let's do it. We certainly want to remove, but we can't afford to remove, so I think we do nothing here. I guess we shouldn't have come into the shop, because I couldn't afford to remove. Oh well. That was probably a mistake. I guess we want to defeat the louse first, probably? We might be able to defeat both of them. Probably. There goes one. There goes the other. Oh, we didn't kill it. I didn't play dual cast. Whoops. Took damage when I did not need to take damage. Can't add any more cards. Should not be looking at cards. Okay. The sentries. The sentries are kind of annoying with the defect, but if we have lots of frost orbs, we might do just fine. Let's start with a Cool-Headed. And a Compile Driver. We might get Zap. We did not get Zap. I think we should do Cold Snap so that we get a little bit of block and knock this guy down a little bit. The sentries are not great with the defect because you have the random damage, the randomly assigned damage with your lightning, and it's not great with the skinny deck challenge because more of your deck becomes dazed. So, a zap, cold snap, strike, and defend. We still take 6 damage here. So I'm thinking about whether we want to do dual cast on the Frost Orb. I think there's no reason to, because we could just play a defend after playing cool-headed. Actually, after playing ball lightning. So let's play a compile driver first. Compile driver, ball lightning, and then a defend would defend fully. Let's do that. We don't really need that extra energy this turn, but thank you anyway. Alright, that says my new target is you. Hit the lowest one, so we can hopefully take it out next turn. We don't necessarily get to kill it this turn. It's random. The dual cast improves our chances more than cold snap and strike, I think. Alright. Great. Compile driver drawing cards is always good. Ball lightning killing the enemy is also good. A strawberry. We've gotten both a pear and a strawberry already. We can't add a card. Okay. Well, I think we're fine at 40 health against the boss here. So let's consider smithing. Compile driver just gives 10 damage. You know, we could do dual cast. It would be another 0 cost card in the deck. But I don't know if we care about dual cast that much. So maybe we just add 3 damage to one of our attack cards. Or for that matter, 3 defense to one of our defend cards. Let's do 3 damage to one of the attack cards. Alright. I do not fear the Hexaghost. We only get to draw 1 card. And it looks like all of our defense is next turn, which might be good. We might be using this block potion. There's a zap. If we play zap and then cool-headed, we might draw the zap again. We have 24 damage coming in. We could defend, block. Block fully. Blocking fully against the Hexaghost is nice, but it did cost us a potion. I want to do compile driver, but first we do zap, so that we might draw the zap again. We did draw the zap again, and we got the sundial, so we get to play all the cards in our hand. Alright, which order do I want to play these cards? We certainly want to dual cast the lightning orb, not the frost orb. So, start with the dual cast, and then these two. I say we start with a cool-headed, unless we want to start with cold snap. Start with cool-headed. And then defend, blocks fully, I guess. Don't know that we need to block fully so often, but I like doing it when we can. So, we cannot block fully this turn unless we dual cast our Frost Orb. Which I guess we can. Sure, you know what? Let's see if we can take no more damage in this fight. There's Compile Driver to draw more cards. Let's do the dual cast this in the cold snap. Down to 51, 48. And then we get damaged. Can't stop the damage this turn because we drew 2 burns, unfortunately. However, oh my gosh, we drew the 2 burns again. Let's actually cold snap and then dual cast, so that we block the damage. Because I have no fear that we can win this fight this turn. Let's do the cool-headed. We can do ball lightning and zap, and we win. Great. We can't add the card, so we just leave that ugly yellow pack of cards on the ground. Oh man, the inserter would be amazing if we had consume. We don't, so not really considering that. The busted crown is pretty good in this challenge. It does mean that it's harder to get more... What am I trying to say? It's harder to get more good cards to replace our bad cards. But it does allow us to gain energy, and it's not like we're going to be looking at card rewards that often. So let's take the busted crown. Oh, and Jazz agreed with me on the busted crown. Great. So we have a heavy elite path on the left, which I could consider. On the other hand, if we go to shops on the right, we could end up going to 2 shops on the right, removing 2 more cards. And if we remove 2 more cards, we could really get a lot closer to having an infinite combo in our hand. Let's consider that. I think I do want that. Alright. I'm going to go to the question marks because the question marks also give me a chance to get removals. We can draw a lot of cards this turn with Cool-Headed and Compile Driver, so let's start there. We zap. We could Ball Lightning and then dual cast the Frost Orb. I think that's my favorite option here. Dual cast that Frost Orb, get only 4 damage, and we did knock down the plated armor by 1. So, Cool-Headed. Probably want to do Compile Driver. Sure. That did give me a zap, which is great. And then I could defend to take as little damage as possible, or we could Ball Lightning. Let's defend. Take as little damage as possible. Alright, we've got tons of energy this turn, so definitely playing Cool-Headed. We'll play the dual cast to get block. Cold Snap, of course, and then we can play almost all of the cards. So let's play as much as we can. Great. If we start with a zap, then Compile Driver will knock your plated armor down. Our defends aren't very good, but our Frost Orbs are perfectly viable. So use the Frost Orbs to block. We actually win this turn. Alright. Can't add a card, just leave that on the ground. Okay, we cannot afford to lose all of our gold. So we've got to choose the fight here. I'm pretty sure we can do well in this one, but I am looking at that explosive potion as a real option here. Figuring out who to attack first is a real thing in this fight. It depends on whether I think I can take out a lot of them. I think we're gonna just start with the explosive potion, because we definitely want that. Let's do a cold snap on Pointy and a compile driver on Pointy. If we do the ball lightning and strike on Pointy, Pointy dies. And then we can zap to hit one of the other two. And we've got a frost orb in front to help us block next turn. Great. The frost orb in front can be dual cast. And then we cool-headed. Can we defeat Romeo this turn? I think that depends on what Zap does. I'm going to hit you with the compile driver either way. So wonderful. All right. And then cold snap. How about that? We've taken no damage in this fight so far. Very good. We spent one potion to do that, but very good. Compile driver draws us some cards, and Ball Lightning dual cast wins. We get the red mask. At the start of each combat, apply 1 week to all enemies. That does do, what it says on the tin, but also it means that any enemies that have an artifact charge lose an artifact charge at the beginning of the fight, which is also good. Cultist Potion could be excellent. Who's our boss? Our boss is the champ. Cultist Potion is great against the champ. So, very glad to see that. Find some potions. We have pretty good potions. The Entropic Brew will replace my Fear Potion, though. Some birds. Alright. We can do pretty well against the birds. The weakness works pretty well against the birds, as you can see. Let's start with Cool-Headed. We can do 3 strikes, or 3 attacks on one of them. So let's hit this one down. And zap that one, sure. That is a lot of damage coming our way. If we attack 3 times on you, that will greatly reduce the damage. So I'm going to play the Cold Snap first. That'll put it in the deck to potentially get drawn by a Compile Driver. It's 1 more attack in the deck. Alright. Cool-Headed to hopefully get an attack. We got an attack. Excellent. Knock you on the ground. And we perfectly blocked, too. Alright. Well, Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, strike you. And then strike... I guess let's strike the one that's getting up, because this one can die to a random lightning. And we win. Pretty easy fight overall. Okay, we get to remove another card. We could also... Oh man. We could get Dolly's Mirror. Let's remove a card first. So we're removing a card. Let's remove a Defend. I think we're defending mainly with Frost Orbs. So the reason I'm considering Dolly's Mirror is that if we Dolly's Mirror our upgraded Compile Driver, that will give us even more ways to draw cards in the deck. and it's already an upgraded compile driver. It's just that that doesn't allow me to remove a card at the next shop, and I think I still like removals a little bit more. So let's pass that by. We don't need a potion. We can't really afford one of the relics and still remove, so let's just leave. So the Gremlin Leader, did he get extra health? I guess he got extra health because he's the Burning Elite, and I don't see another thing that he got. So an extra health Gremlin Leader, I think. Compile Driver, we really want to kill the fat gremlin this turn, so let's focus on him. Well, I don't think the dual cast is particularly helpful. So Frost Orb and Strike. We take some damage this turn, but honestly, the Gremlin Leader attacking the first turn is probably best, because he's unlikely to attack in future turns. All Lightning and Strike kills you. We ended with 4 energy that turn. Start with a Cool-Headed, I think. We could start with Cold Snap if we want the Cold Snaps to be back in the deck. Sure. Alright. The extra health is a problem. Ooh, you're attacking this turn. That's unfortunate. We can play every card, so let's play Dual Cast first. We are getting damaged. We blocked a lot, but we didn't block enough. Compile Driver perfectly kills you. And then we do want a Cool-Headed. Let's hit you with a Strike and you with the Ball Lightning. Probably should have considered playing Cold Snap or Dual Cast before playing that Ball Lightning. That was a mistake. Alright, we get to make up for our mistake this turn. $58 is still a little bit too high for us not to focus on the gremlins. Start with a Cool-Headed. Interesting. Interesting result. Let's do Zap next. Alright. So Ball Lightning perfectly kills you. And then I guess Cold Snap and Strike most likely kills you. Great. Oh man, you're attacking again. We've gotten very unlucky with your attacks. When there's no gremlins, he has a better chance of bringing out more gremlins instead of attacking. Still, this turn, I guess it didn't matter what he was doing because we're going to win. But still, I feel like we got unlucky there. I don't think I care about the Ancient Potion. The Toy Ornithopter, whenever we use a potion, we heal 5. Pretty nice. Especially with an Entropic Brew in our pouch. We could add Core Surge to the deck. It's interesting because it gives us an artifact charge and it exhausts itself. That's not what I was going for as our 12th card in the deck, but it is a real option. Do we want Core Surge in here, considering that we have Sundial? It would give us a pretty good opportunity to add... I can't remember the name of it offhand, but the power that gives you focus, but takes 1 focus away every turn. That would be an excellent thing to add with this, and it would work really well on the deck. I think I am going to take it, but I'm taking it with a question with whether that was really a good idea, basically. Should we smith or rest? I think we should smith. And I probably want Ball Lightning or Core Surge. Core Surge adds 4 damage, but it's only once. Ball Lightning adds 3 damage, and it's every time you play it. Let's do the Ball Lightning. The Nest. Okay, so we can't take the Ritual Dagger, because we can't add cards to the deck, so we just get gold, which is something we like. We like gold. The Lantern. Start each combat with extra energy in the first turn. I'll take it. Very happy to have that. The Book of Stabbing. How well do we do against the Book of Stabbing? Do I need to use one of these potions? I think I might want to. Let's use a focus potion for the Book of Stabbing fight. So, I guess we start with Compile Driver, because it draws us a card. And then Cool-Headed. Zap, Ball Lightning, and Cold Snap. So we're already blocking fully this turn. Great. Core Surge doesn't matter that much. We probably want to play our Defend. Don't really care to play Dual Cast, so Defend, Defend, Strike, Core Surge. Take 10 damage and a wound. The wound is particularly bad in this challenge where we've got a small deck. I say Cool-Headed first. And there's our Compile Driver, so we want to put the good cards back in our deck, basically. Actually, we don't get to play these other good cards after we play Compile Driver. Oh well. We're still going to play Compile Driver because it's a good card. I guess we could play Defend. Let's play Defend. So there's a good Compile Driver. Let's start with Compile Driver. Can we win this turn? Probably. It would mean we have to dual cast. And then Zap, Cool-Headed, and Cold Snap does it. But Ball Lightning does it better. Great, that went pretty well. Akabeko, first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage. We don't have any cards that gets a lot of benefit from that, it's just 8 damage near the beginning of the fight. But, you know, it's worth it. And then we can't add a card, so don't even look at them. Ooh, become a test subject. Transform 2 cards. We can't get Jaxed because we can't add a card to the deck. So we could get the Mutagenic Strength or become a test subject. There's a couple nice things about the Mutagenic Strength. One of them is that if we draw Core Surge on the first turn, we get to keep that additional strength. So that's one reason to ingest the mutagens. Becoming a test subject basically gets rid of a strike and a defend, gives us probably better cards, which is, you know, also very good. I like both of these options. I think I'm going to have to choose the Transform 2 cards, though. It's just too good to get rid of these starter cards. We got Creative AI and Heat Sinks. They kind of go together, but they're also a little bit weird in the deck that we built. Alright. You know, whatever. Cold Snap and Compile Driver draws us cards. Let's start with that. There's a Heat Sinks we could play if we wanted to. Or we could play 2 Defends. 2 Defends or a Heat Sink. Play 2 Defends. Ho-ho! The negative effect will be stopped by Core Surge. How excellent. How excellent. I think we start with Dual Cast. Alright, I guess we're going to overkill you then. Because I'm doing Core Surge, Ball Lightning. Cool-Headed? Let's not play the Cool-Headed. Haha, the artifact stopped it. How nice. And we got our Sundial when we drew Compile Driver, which is great for us. So I don't mind playing skills in this battle, which is not typically true. The Defend fully blocks, and no reason not to play Heat Sinks. Yeah, no reason not to play everything. Nine times 2. We could dual cast our Frost Orb. Let's think about it. Let's dual cast... See, the thing is we could also dual cast a Lightning Orb. So how much damage could we do? We could do a Ball Lightning, which does 10 damage. We could dual cast the Lightning Orb, which does another 16. That's 26. And then a Strike plus one of the Lightning Orbs wins. Alright, great. Glad I thought about it. Much better way to win. Can't add a card? Don't even look at them. Alright. Ho ho, the Abacus? The Abacus goes really well with what we're trying to do. Oh man. That feels great. Can we afford... We cannot afford these 3, though. We have to choose whether we're removing a card or getting the data disk. I kind of want to take the data disk. We're definitely taking Abacus, because we shuffle our draw pile a lot, and that gives us 6 block every time we do. Now, I have to choose between a card remove or data disk. And it's a hard choice. The thing is, if we take data disk, we could remove a card next act in a shop, and it would still cost 125. And we don't get a chance to do data disk again. But if we do card remove, we could do another card remove next act for 150, which we would still have. Well, we wouldn't have it immediately, but we would have it by the time we got to a shop. Oh man. I think I want data disk though. But we just took the Abacus and we've got a Sundial. We should remove a card. And I think we should remove the Strike. I mean, the creative AI is also an option, but I think we removed the Strike. I did not like choosing between those two. I wish I had 11 more gold. But we removed a card. One of the things that means is that we're allowed to take the card from the boss fight. We'll only be offered one, but if we like it, we get to take it. We can play our entire hand. Alright, start with dual cast. And then... we want the Cold Snap in front or behind? Probably in front. We could play Heatsink's creative AI. It's not a good idea, but it's an option that we have. Dual cast would block for everything. So would Cool-Headed, right? Well, it wouldn't block for everything. It would be close, though. Let's do a Cool-Headed. If only I could make sure that we hit you with the lightning strikes. It would be great to do a couple lightning strikes. There's no reason to play a defend, though, so let's actually do a bunch of lightning strikes. Come on. Alright, well, we kind of failed. It's really trying to kill the Centurion that turn. We get to this turn, of course, but really wanted to do it last turn. If we have enough energy, playing our creative AI is a good thing. It's just, when do I feel like we have the energy to do so? I'm not sure. Reprogram we don't want. Alright. Easy choice. Should I smith or should I rest? Going into the champ with 46 health is not terrible, but it's not great. If we smith creative AI, it would only cost 2. If I want to keep creative AI, that is. Let's rest. I want to make sure that we win this one. I feel like we will, but I want to make sure. So I will immediately use the Cultist Potion. Cultist Potion is very good here. Do I use the Fear Potion so that we can use Entropic Brew? I think the answer is yes. Alright, use Entropic Brew. I don't know if we're going to use these potions yet, but we've used the Entropic Brew now. Get to play Heat Sinks already, which is kind of nice. Okay, we could play the Creative AI. This is a good battle for Creative AI, so let's do it. And then I do want to dual cast that Frost Orb. And I probably want to put out another Frost Orb. We could play Cool-Headed. Let's play Cold Snap. Dual cast the Frost Orb. And play a Zap, of course. And a Ball Lightning or a Cool-Headed. I think we want Cool-Headed. We want some survivability. We got Storm. All right. Storm deck it is, then. We've got a Storm deck for this one. Oh, this is probably a good time for me to mention that the challenge says skinny deck, max of 12 cards in the deck. The deck that it's talking about is this deck, the one on the top right. It's not talking about this deck, the one that I have during combat. Otherwise, that would be crippling if we were focusing on this one. Anytime somebody would add a status card to my deck, we'd basically lose. But just to mention, that's how the challenge works. If we play Cool-Headed, we don't get the Sundial effect, but we do get the Abacus effect. So let's do it. And oh, we did get the Sundial effect. Didn't it say 1 up there? Oh! The only thing in my discard pile. Oh man. Are we already at... Oh my gosh. We're already here. We've got an infinite combo. I didn't realize we had an infinite combo already, but we do. Oh, the compile driver sometimes only draws one card. Does that mess it up? I don't think it does. Because it's only going to draw one card anyway. Alright, you know what? We built an infinite combo. I was going for this infinite combo, but I didn't realize that we already had it. How about that? I feel kind of silly for healing at the fireplace now. But oh well. You know, I can make this a little bit faster by playing Zap when we play the Cool-Headed. Actually, I could play the Zap every single time and make it faster. Okay, you know what? That's nice. That's a nice realization. Alright, infinite combo, the boss down. Do we want a buffer? No, we do not. Skip that. So Velvet Choker would be terrible in what we're doing. The Sozu makes the Toy Ornithopter significantly worse. Fusion Hammer, we can no longer smith at rest sites. That's not too bad. It would be nice to smith the heat sinks and the creative AI, but it's not too bad. Let's take the Fusion Hammer. Okay, interesting boss for us to fight. We have enough money that we could remove at shops still. So I want to go to a couple shops. We could go to 3 shops? No, we can only go to 2. But we could go to 2 shops. That would mean that we go here, and we go one of those 2. Which is almost certainly going to be this one. Let's go to 2 shops. Removing cards from this deck makes it so that we do our infinite much more reliably. So, start with Cold Snap. Then Compile Driver. Play our Heat Sinks. Don't really care to play Dual Cast, though, so let's just end turn. Alright, we've got a lot of damage coming to our face this turn. When we draw all those cards, we play Creative AI and Cool-Headed, and we happen to draw Compile Driver, which we did not. So we did not get that thing that I wanted. Alright, let's play the Dual Cast on the Frost Orb. Play the Cold Snap and the Ball Lightning. That will allow us to get another Frost Orb to go. Alright, we're taking a fair amount of damage here. We could use our Weak Potion. Let's use the Weak Potion. Not a terrible battle for it. Okay, the Capacitor draws us a card. Compile Driver draws us 2 cards. Cool-Headed draws us a card, and we're already here. We have made it to the infinite combo. If we remove cards in our deck, we'll make it to the infinite combo much faster. So removing cards in the deck is now the main goal of what we're trying to do each, well, over the course of each shop that we go to, I guess. Oh, we didn't get the infinite combo because the sundial. Okay. Why did that not work? That should have been infinite, right? Maybe, maybe not. We're not gaining energy fast enough? Interesting. Well, in any event, we're going to win this battle. Streamline, we skip. The Orb Walker. We can't block everything, so we just do our best. Which is playing all of our cards. The Cool-Headed shuffles the deck. Let's start there. Cool-Headed shuffles the deck. Compile Driver redraws Cool-Headed. It did not. There's one more card there. We have to play the heat sinks and the creative AI before we're able to do that. Which we're not going to in this one, because this battle is far too short for that to happen. So what do we do instead? We play Cold Snap and a Defend. You don't need to pull off your infinite combo every single time. Alright. Snecko Oil will take it. Glacier. Glacier is nice. It's upgraded, but we've got to skip it. Just no longer fits in the deck that we've made. As nice as Glacier is, we have a very clear idea for this deck. So I'm looking at these, particularly Ornamental Fan. The Ornamental Fan would give us even more block, but I guess we don't need that with the Abacus. So we just remove a card. And maybe buy a potion, maybe? Let's remove a card first. Let's remove a Defend. The dual cast could also go, but I like my dual cast sometimes. I need to save my money so that we can buy a card removal in the next shop. Even though we're going to get money on the way, I should save it. Okay. 9 attack. Granted, it's going to change. 28 attack. Don't like that one as much. I want to play this dual cast and the heat sinks. Not the ball lightning. I guess not, because we don't want you to give me a curse. Adding a curse to my deck would be really bad. So let's try our hardest not to have that not happen. It's going to be a little bit hard, though. Because sometimes we definitely feel the need to attack. Let's play Creative AI here. Didn't like drawing that Compile Driver there. Do we have our infinite? Compile Driver. Cool-Headed Compile Driver. So let's look at this. This sundial says 1. We play Compile Driver, it says 1. We play Cool-Headed, it says 2, and it does it again. Okay, so we're double drawing sometimes. I don't really understand why we double draw sometimes. But we do double draw sometimes, and that makes it so that we get the infinite combo here. So we can't play the zap every time, is what I'm learning from that. Don't play the zap every time. I played a random ball lightning there that I did not mean to play. So we went down some energy. Alright. I think I've figured out how to work the infinite combo, which means we can gain energy and block. It looks like we're not entirely gaining energy. I don't quite understand why I get a double draw sometimes. We see the sundial went up twice there. Why did that happen? The intricacies of this are a little bit confusing to me. In any event, we know how to do the infinite combo, so I just need to reliably do it. The malleable is making this battle take a lot longer. Hello Mike, welcome to the stream. I think we have luck in our hand this time. This has gone very well. Alright, the Fear Potion I like more than Snecko Oil. Let's take that. We are not going to add a claw to the deck, are we? I mean, adding a claw makes the infinite even more damaging, but I don't think we do it. Because just getting the infinite faster is better, right? The Cold Snap Compile Driver, probably best. Can I kill that one? Maybe, is the thing. It's only a maybe. Let's dual cast our Frost Orb, I think. The Cold Snap kills you. Compile Driver draws cards. And then we need the heat sinks and the creative AI to be gone. Right? I don't think we need them to be gone. But it would be helpful. Okay, here we go. Compile Driver. Cool-headed. And then we've got it. Alright, Compile Driver, cool-headed. The Zap, Compile Driver. And then we're basically just winning. Alright. Great. We do not take that Snecko Oil, leave it on the ground. Another upgraded Compile Driver. Let's go, right? Let's take that one. Alright. We did end up taking a card. The Giant Head. We can play Heat Sinks and Creative AI on the first turn. Wonderful. Actually pretty great. So, Static Discharge. We've got multiple Compile Drivers now, so we could just do Compile Driver, Compile Driver. Just continue playing Compile Drivers. And the Giant Head also makes it so that every time we play this, we gain a little bit more damage as well. Let's do a cool-headed once, so that we can do Zap Compile Driver. Alright. We've got to do a cool-headed so that we get another frost orb out there. I think we have built a deck, as it were. We've built a deck that can take out almost anything. The real question is, can we use it to take out the heart? And I hope the answer is yes. Because we're going after the heart this run. We got Ink Bottle. Whenever we play 10 cards, we draw a card. That helps. That actually helps with our infinite combo. And then we do not take that card. Skip the card. What do we do here? I guess we start with Compile Driver so that we get more information. And then we get a Cold Snap, which allows us to dual cast our Frost Orb if we want to. But we don't need to. Great. And then, do we have it already? Compile Driver. Compile Driver. Cool-headed. Compile Driver. Alright. We have our infinite combo already. Granted, if we had played Heat Sinks and Creative AI, we would have more space in our hand. But since we didn't, we just do the infinite combo like this. Alright, great. Did I? Okay, skip that. Okay, we have not gone past this. For a second I thought I had forgotten to take the key. Oh, the medical kit. The medical kit makes it so that we can do our infinite combo in the heart fight. Because we can get rid of the status effects that we get. That's better than removing a card. Alright. That's excellent. Take that and move on. We can't take the gold-plated cables, sadly. We'll take the sapphire key, because we're going for the heart fight. We don the red mask to get more gold for the final shop, which is in Act 4. We recall, so that I don't forget. And then let's do elite fights. Get more artifacts. Okay, I see Cold Snap. Cold Snap plus Compile Driver kills this one. And then, if we draw that Compile Driver, we did. We already have our combo, don't we? We don't, because we don't have the energy. Alright. We didn't reshuffle often enough to get the energy to do the combo. But we didn't take any damage. And we do get to get rid of this wound immediately, which is very nice. So now we should be able to do it. As long as we can draw all of the cards in our deck first. We haven't yet. If we do Heatsink's Creative AI, will we? Maybe not. This could be a time that we do Blessing of the Forge, so that Creative AI is upgraded. Alright, so now we should have enough energy that we get to pull this off. Right? Yes, we did. Just barely, though. If I didn't if I didn't upgrade that card, we wouldn't have, though. Alright, well, I think that we are very strong. We only have 11 cards in the deck, and we did use that, as well as the relics that we ended up getting, to craft an infinite combo that we can perform in pretty much every battle. And we didn't get unlucky by getting the Time Eater as our final boss, so we also get to do it in the Act 3. Mercury Hourglass, not the most useful. Don't want that card. Alright, Spire Growth. You know, the Core Surge works pretty well on the Spire Growth one. Granted, I wish that we had a way to not take the damage this turn. Like Creative AI. So, Storm and Heat Sinks. Let's start with Heat Sinks. Alright. And we're back to the infinite combo stage. Wonderful. We took some damage this one, though, because we couldn't get the infinite combo on turn 1, which is significant, you know? Alright. Another one down. We got a regen potion. Not too bad. Double energy. It's another card in the deck, which is the problem. But it does exhaust. Oh, do we take double energy? I want it in the deck, but I want it in replacement of another card, not in addition to these cards. I think we have to skip it. It's so sad. Okay, so Creative AI is good to play. Cool-Headed is good to play. Pile Driver. We can't quite... We can draw all the cards, but we can't play them all this turn. Oh, we did because of the ink bottle? How about that? Still. Alright. Getting the infinite on a turn that you're intangible is really annoying. Oh, we didn't play Heat Sinks. I guess we don't have it because we're getting rid of all the burns. Cool-Headed. And a zap to put that closer. Alright, we're taking some damage. Alright, we surely have our infinite combo this turn. Just a matter of playing all the cards. So this one goes down too. We take a little bit of damage sometimes, even with this combo, because it just takes us too long to get the combo off. At least with 3 cards that draw 2 cards, I can like queue up the cards. Great, win. The Art of War, that's not going to have much of an effect. We might use it once. All for One doesn't help us. Alright. We can only rest, so we rest. And we go into the Awakened One fight. I feel perfectly fine in this fight. We just have to do our thing quickly. I realized that the Dark Orbs is another way to get the combo faster. So I'm going to save that Dark Orb creator for the... what is it called? The Heart Battle. Yeah, saving that for the Heart Battle will be nice. Okay, we should play Heat Sinks this turn. That is going to cost us some health, but playing Heat Sinks this turn means that we're closer to doing our combo. I really should play Creative AI this turn, shouldn't I? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's plan to not play the Creative AI. Do we dual cast? Why not? Okay, take some more damage. But next turn we're going to draw a lot of cards, which means we probably just win. I mean, you don't win in one turn in this battle, though, so... we're going to start off this one. I'm going to try to get the ink bottle to a good stage if I can. Let's see if I can. So we're going up in energy, by the way. Going up in energy is really good for us. We're going up in energy and block as we do this. So it's definitely a viable combo. I'm going to do the cool-headed because we don't want to deal damage every single time if I'm going to get ink bottle to the right number. So cool-headed. Cool-headed. And then we start doing compile driver again a couple times. Great. So now we want ink bottle to be at 9, and the sundial at 2 if we can. How do we get the sundial to 2? Like that. Alright, don't play cool-headed or compile driver. Except that we kind of have to play enough cards, right? 1, 2, 3... we could get it to 8. Getting the ink bottle to 8 is also fine. But we can't do that. Alright. Let's do a compile driver. Or actually a zap and a cool-headed. Can't do a compile driver right now. And then can't do the compile driver. Did I mess myself up? I don't think I did. Let's see what happens next turn. We get Bias Cognition, which is excellent on its own. Let's play Bias Cognition. And then compile driver and compile driver. Alright, we got it. Alright, so we've won this battle. We're just winning it somewhat slowly at this point. But there we go. I like my deck. Aside from the defend and the dual cast, which we really don't need, we could also get rid of the cold snap and it would be fine. We could get rid of some cards, and we would win a little bit faster, and in my opinion, a little bit better. Alright. Queue up those cards. We want to win. Great. Alright. We have won. We have won my challenge. My challenge is through Act 3, even though I'm going to go through Act 4. At this point, we've won the Skinny Deck Challenge on Ascension 8 with the Defect. And we built an infinite combo deck that heavily relied on my relics. So we've got Compile Driver, Cool Headed, and Zap, which allow us to draw over and over and over again through our deck. And then we have the Sundial, which gives us energy back as we do that, which allows us to make that combo infinite. We've got the Ink Bottle to help us draw through our deck the first time and to add a little bit extra card draws, so the Sundial gets procced more often. And then we have the Abacus, which makes that infinite combo gain block every time, which is important for fighting the heart because of the heartbeat effect. So all of that goes very, very well towards making the infinite combo work. The other thing that really helps is the medical kit, meaning that even status effects can't stop us from doing our infinite combo. So let's go. Let's go to Act 4. We've got a fair amount of money, too. We can only rest here, so we will be at full health. So I want to remove a card. The membership card is nice because it actually saves us money even right here. The bird-faced urn does a little bit, I guess. So membership card first. We can remove a card. I think that we're going to remove either the Defend or Dual Cast. Which one? Let's remove the Dual Cast. I think the Dual Cast has done its due. I don't want to buy a card. Even Static Discharge. Bird-faced urn does something, but perhaps the duplication potion or liquid memories would be better. I like my Essence of Darkness. We don't really need the fear potion or the regen potion. So let's get rid of those. Get a liquid memories and a duplication potion. Both of those will help us get the infinite combo going faster. So, let's go. Shield and Spear, you might deal me some damage. Especially since I didn't draw what we needed on the first turn necessarily. Still have some draws to do though. Okay. Let's do Compile Driver. If we do Compile Driver, we draw 2 cards, and we get the Cool Headed, which gives me Compile Driver and Compile Driver. There we go. We made it to our infinite combo on turn 1. Wonderful. Granted, we partially did that because the ink bottle was at 9. So it would be very nice if we could have the ink bottle at 9 again for the heart battle. Okay, let's start mixing in some other things. Okay, before I go too far, let's figure out how we're going to set our ink bottle and our sundial, if we can. So the ink bottle is at 6. sundial is currently at 2. Can we win without playing Compile Driver, but only playing 3 cards? Probably not. I mean, we could win next turn, but then the sundial would go over to the next value. Okay, let's think about this. Can we win faster here, such that we have the ink bottle at a high number? I don't think so. I think we've got to wrap around on the ink bottle. So, wrap around on the ink bottle means play other cards other than Compile Driver and Cool-Headed. Let's play Cool-Headed so that we get Sundial at 2. So the ink bottle is at 5, 6, 7. Alright, that's pretty good. Orichalcum does nothing for us, really. Power Potion I'm going to leave on the floor, because I like my potions instead. Alright, time for the heart battle. Let's go. We want to be able to do our infinite combo multiple times. I think we do Core Surge, Heat Sinks, and Creative AI this turn. Start with the Defend. And let's play this Zap. Alright. So that's what we're doing the first turn. Second turn, we get more energy. Although, we get all of those. Right. We got another Heat Sinks. That's actually pretty helpful. Let's start with Cool-Headed, I think. Start with Cool-Headed. Play these 3. This does mean that we're taking damage. And then I think that this is the time that we do Liquid Memories to get back a Compile Driver. And then we play Compile Driver, which gives us some block and draws us some cards. And then we do Cool-Headed, Compile Driver. Alright, and at this point, we've got it. Alright, we can play that Dazed, we'll play the Slimed, but let's get up to a higher energy amount first. Okay. Play the Slimed, get rid of the Slimed. We have a limit on how much damage we can deal to the heart in one turn, which is the main thing that's going to make this battle a lot more interesting than the other ones we just did. We can play our Heat Sinks. The Heat Sinks will help, because now we've got 2 Heat Sinks and a Creative AI, which is going to give us a way to draw 2 cards at the beginning of our turn. And luckily with the Corrupt Heart we can kind of set the ink bottle and the sundial to whatever we want it to be, because we can keep attacking even when we can't deal damage. So, I want the sundial to be at 2 and the ink bottle to be somewhere near 9. That's what we want. Would I like to have frost orbs or lightning orbs in front? Or, you know, taking up this path? Probably frost orbs in total. So let's consider doing frost orbs in front. That would be doing a Cold Snap and a Cool-Headed. And then the Cool-Headed draws more cards. I want to get the Ink Bottle up a little bit without drawing cards. So that's how we do that. Great. Alright, we've got our Sundial at 2, our Ink Bottle at 7. That means that we can do lots of things next turn. Hopefully do our infinite combo again, do another 300 damage. That's the plan. Alright, Capacitor is an excellent place to start. And then we've got it again, already, right? Let's play a Zap. Alright, got it again. And we should be able to get it every turn. Let's throw a Ball Lightning in there, just to deal a little bit more damage a little bit faster. Throw in a Zap. Throw in another Zap. Trying to do the damage a little bit faster. So we can get through the damage part of the fight. And we haven't had to use these two potions yet, but they are there to help me get through some of the problems we could run into in achieving our infinite every turn. Okay, now let's think about the Ink Bottle and the Sundial. So let's get some Frost Orbs out here. Get some Frost Orbs out, just in case we need them. Not that we should need them. Actually, I can't imagine why we would. Okay, so I want the Ink Bottle to be a little bit higher. So Ink Bottle at 7, Sundial at 2. Let's end the turn, and then win next turn. Should be no problem. We got a Defragment. How nice. Alright, so, a Zap, Compile Driver, and we will very easily win this battle. Alright! That ended up being a very strong Defect deck. And we somewhat easily took out the heart, which is kind of a surprise in a challenge run to very easily take out the heart, but we did well. So there it is. Ascension 8 with the Defect, with the Skinny Deck Challenge. Here's our 10-card deck. The Creative AI and the Heat Sinks were from a 2 transform effect, so we didn't exactly choose those, but they ended up kind of working because we were able to get our deck down smaller by playing them. They kind of auto-exhaust like powers do. And then the Core Surge I added with the idea that we might see something else happen. But honestly, the Core Surge ended up not being a good add to the deck. We could have just skipped the Core Surge and we would have had a better deck for it. But there it is. Pretty simple deck. The idea is Cool-Headed draws you 2 cards, Compile Driver draws you 2 cards. The Sundial and the Abacus make it so that drawing lots of cards gives you energy and block. Alright. I'm going to take a brief bathroom break, and then I'm going to come right back, and let's play as the Silent, who is the worst one for this particular challenge. So, let's see that in a second. I'm going to click proceed here so you can see what we got. Alright, I'm back. Let's go straight into our silent run. So the silent, I keep saying, is the worst one for this challenge. It's for a very simple reason. The silent starts with 12 cards. So at the very beginning, you can't add cards to your deck until you remove a card. On this particular profile, which is my challenge run profile, I only have Ascension 8 unlocked with the silent, so we're going to play on Ascension 8. I would play on Ascension 9 if we had it unlocked, so that we could potentially beat my personal best, which we just set with the Defect. But unfortunately, we can only potentially tie. But if we tie with the silent, I would consider it much better. So, the silent starting with the 12-card deck is so much worse for this challenge. Well, we can't choose the first one, and we can't choose the third one, because they both add cards to my deck. We cannot choose the last one, because there are some boss relics that add cards to your deck. In particular, think of Calling Bell, which adds the Calling Bell curse to your deck. So the only one that we can choose is the second one. Alright, no choices at the beginning. Because we got that, it'd be nice to potentially take down an elite with only 1 health. We have an option to do that. It could even be the Burning Elite that we take down with 1 health. And we're going through that shop anyway, because we have to remove a card. So yeah, why not try it? See if we get very lucky. Alright, can't add cards to the deck, so we skip that card. Ooh, we get to remove a card. Oh ho, that's excellent, for only 50. So remove a card here. Let's remove a Defend, so that we have attacks in the deck. We cannot afford the card remove service here now, so coming here doesn't do a lot for us. I could take a card, but I don't think we should spend our money buying cards when we can only have 12. Yeah, let's go for it. So going for it means going here and hoping very hard that this is not an enemy. Because if it is, then this elite will have full health and we might die. Alright, let's see if we get a little bit lucky. We did get a weak potion, and we can add a card. Dagger Spray is not a bad card to have. I don't mind having a Dagger Spray. Riddle with Holes is also not bad, but let's get Dagger Spray. It solves the problem of multi-enemy fights a little bit. Oh ho, find some potions? This is excellent. Alright. I think that we take the energy potion over the colorless potion. And let's go into this elite, which will have 1 health. Alright, we do get Ornamental Fan, which could be good. It's often very good on the silent. Doesn't help us much right now. We get Blessing of the Forge, which I think I should take over the weak potion. And then we don't get to add a card to the deck. Not until we remove another card. So let's smith our Dagger Spray. Smithing Dagger Spray does more damage to multi-enemy fights. And there's a decent chance that we're going to face the sentries here, which would be a great time to have upgraded Dagger Spray. Aha, we are, in fact. How nice. I don't think I want to defend twice. If we attack once, we get 4 block for one thing. I could use one of my potions. It's not a bad choice in an elite fight. to use one of the potions. I could use the energy potion, or Blessing of the Forge. It would be sad that we played the Neutralize before that, but I like the Blessing of the Forge. So let's play that. And defend or strike? Defend. Alright, this turn I'm going to focus on blocking, because these are my bad cards. One strike kills this, and then we can defend for most of it. Alright, we can play everything. Let's focus on killing this sentry. Okay, the dagger spray is very nice. And we actually got our ornamental fan that turn. Great. Alright, that went very well. We got an oddly smooth stone. That's pretty nice. We don't get to look at the cards, though. Happy flower, I like that. Every 3 turns, gain an extra energy. And then we get to upgrade another card. Let's upgrade our Neutralize. And then we simply must go here, I think. I mean, we could go this way, but I think we should go this way. We have to remove a card, and I removed the strike this time. If we could remove another card, I definitely would, but of course we can't. And we should have enough gold that we can remove a card whenever we find the next shop, as long as it's not one of these two. Should we open with a dagger spray? It's not like we're going to get much better, but I really don't like next turn for the turn that Lagavulin starts attacking. Let's put Neutralize down and not set off the beast this turn. Alright, don't set it off this turn. Next turn, we start the battle. Okay, Neutralize again, that's great. And I think we defend twice. Well, actually, defending the second time is not that great because of Ornamental Fan. I'll take 2 damage to deal 6 right now. I will play 2 defends this time, though. And we need to start dealing more damage, which really means drawing Dagger Spray more often. But that's good. That's a good amount of damage. I wish the Happy Flower came at the right time rather than the wrong time. I guess I could have affected that a little bit, but I didn't. Do we block again? I think we do. Block, block, strike. Alright. And then at this point we need to just do damage as often as we can. Man, our Happy Flower. I should have thought about that, probably. Strike does 4 damage. Another strike does 4. We take 11 damage. And then we should win next turn. We do win this turn. Great. Okay. We get the strawberry. Just a little bit of health. And we could take a card. For a really small deck, do we want one of these cards? I tend to like having a Noxious Fume in the deck. But is it worth it? when we only have one card slot? I think the answer is no. We could take the footwork, but again, the footwork isn't helping us defeat things. And I think we need something that helps us defeat things as the only card slot that we have. So let's skip these and hope for a better option in the future. Good first turn here. Alright, what do we get? We get a block potion, and I do like acrobatics, but again, it's not something that's really helping me defeat enemies. I don't think we take any of these when we have only one card slot. Really hard to say that, though. Oh, we have enough to remove. Alright. Remove another card. Do we remove a strike or a defend? I think we remove a defend. Okay, so now we have 2 card slots that we can add cards into. I think we smith. With as small as our deck is, smithing is very valuable. And although there's not much that we want to keep, we'll keep the survivor, certainly, right? Okay, so our deck is not amazing at killing bosses. Let's acknowledge that and see how well we do. I should probably do the liquid bronze in this battle. Let's do that. Okay, I do like getting the neutralize almost every turn. That is very nice. Play Dagger Spray every time you draw it. Oh man, there's the burns. The burns are going to be real bad. I think we have to strike 3 times. That means that we're going to take 2 damage. But I think we should. Because we need to defeat the Hexaghost before it attacks us 6 times again. And this is not helping. That is a weird draw on that turn. At least we got to play all 4 strikes. Okay. We might have to play our block potion next turn, because we didn't win fast enough. The neutralize helps a lot. And then we can play defend, or we could play the block potion and strike 2 more times, because we really do need to defeat the Hexaghost. Now that we've got burn pluses in our deck. Because those are very painful. Oh, that's... Do we die here? That's a lot of damage. We're taking... Oh, we do die here. How sad. Alright. Did not have the damage to kill Hexaghost. That hurts. So there's a couple of cards that we could have taken on the way that would have made that battle end up much better. But I don't think taking those cards would have helped much in the future, like beyond Act 1. So let's try again with the Silent. And this is going to be the last run today. But we're going to try again on the Silent. Ascension 8, same challenge, Skinny Deck Challenge. So removing a card from the deck at the very beginning is extremely helpful. let's start with that. That means that we could actually add a card to our deck from the very beginning. We can go to a bunch of shops, but we won't have the money if we go to those shops. I guess we could skip the third one. But we could go to 2 shops. And I think we start over here. Or we could go this way to hit a lot more question marks. A lot more question marks might be the right choice, because question marks have removal. Sometimes. Of all of the very first enemies that you can fight, I find the jaw worm to be the most annoying. The one that I have the worst time not taking damage. Kind of no reason to play 2 strikes here. The 2 slimes are not a great one to start with either, in terms of trying to not take damage. Alright, we could add a card. Blade Dance is a great card. Let's take a Blade Dance. So now we can't add cards, because we took Blade Dance. We immediately filled our gap. Guess we do this and that. So there's our Blade Dance. Blade Dance just takes this one out, and we win this battle no problem. We can't take a card, so we just leave that on the ground. We hope for removals. We hoped hard enough. Alright, our hope springs eternal. We remove another card. I'm going to remove a strike. And the next one I would like to remove is a defend. We get a shop immediately. We can already remove another card. Let's do it. Remove a defend. Alright, we've got 2 slots that we can put cards into. And we can get money, which is good, because we might be able to afford another removal at the next shop. Alright, we just have to do well in this battle, which is not the easiest thing to do. We do have the explosive potion, which I might want to play immediately. Let me think about it. I do want to play the explosive potion. We have a strike and a neutralize next turn, which means in order to kill this right one, we should play a strike this turn and just take the 10 damage. Alright, so now we can start blocking more. We took 10 damage in this fight. I don't mind that. I kind of think that taking anything less than 20 damage in an elite fight in Act 1 is decent. Taking less than 10 is really good. Taking 10 is good, therefore. We're taking 17 so far. Said anything less than 20 is okay, is decent. So let's try to get less than 20. Let's see here. How do I want to spread these shivs? Because I'd probably want to do defend survivor, so I'm not playing the strike. Which means let's kill this one. You know, we might be taking more damage. Oh man, we're one damage away from killing the sentry, which means we take 10 more damage. 27 damage in this fight. Not the best. Ooh, we got a kunai. Very, very nice, especially since we already added a Blade Dance to the deck. Ooh, and we could add an accuracy to the deck. Alright. Alright, we've got a deck already kind of building itself. Blade Dance, accuracy. I want another Shiv card for my last slot. If we can cause that to happen, please. Let's see. Accuracy is better than playing strikes. Alright, and we can defend fully with just one defend because of our kunai. And this enemy's done. Pretty easy. We got another Blade Dance. Alright, we've got a 12-card deck, which, you know, it's kind of sad that we're already at a 12-card deck, but still. I'm thinking about going into this elite fight, because going to the shop is not great when I definitely want to go to that shop. The question is, can we survive an elite battle at 21 health with a regen potion and the deck that we have? This elite fight will not be the sentries. I think we can. Let's do it. It is Lagavulin, probably the best for us, because we can do the regen potion turn 1. Next turn is a pretty good turn for blocking, so let's just start the battle off with an accuracy and 2 Blade Dances. How nice. Alright, neutralize, and then we can strike because defend survivor blocks fully. So we've got to do Blade Dance, Blade Dance. We've almost won, but we can't win this turn, so we defend for 9. And then we don't want to win this turn, because then we get to regen one more time. Yeah, let's do it. So let's set you at 4. We could set you at 1. Let's set you at 1. So as long as we draw at least 1 attack, we can win next turn. And there we go. So we got 2 more health because we delayed a turn. Darkstone Periapt is pretty bad. I consider this a pretty bad relic generally, but when you're doing a skinny deck challenge, it's kind of worse because curses are that much worse for your deck, so you're never going to choose to put a curse into your deck. And the fact that you get max HP for it does not counteract that at all. We're still going to take it, of course, but we can't look at the cards. Pantograph. At the start of boss combats, heal 25. Very nice. You know, in that case, we don't really need to heal at these. We can smith. Smithing accuracy is not bad, but smithing Blade Dance is really good. Smithing neutralize is very good. Got a lot of good smith targets. Let's do a Blade Dance this time. At this shop, we can remove again. We can't add any cards, so we can't remove the Infinite Blades, for example. But we can remove again. And I think we remove Strike. We could technically add the Infinite Blades, but do I really want Infinite Blades in the deck? It's not the worst. It's actually not the worst. Maybe we do put Infinite Blades in the deck. I don't want to pay for it, though. Let's not pay for it. But if we see it, we might take it. Let's smith again. I'm going to smith the neutralize this time. We're going to go past this shop just because there's very little value in going to an enemy. And maybe we'll get a lot of money from this event. Ooh. We did get a lot of money. It wasn't enough. The Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 whenever you enter a rest site. That means we heal 6 at each rest site. It's not much, but it's something. Ooh, we have enough to remove again. There's another accuracy, but I think we remove again. And do I want to remove a defend or a strike? Let's remove a defend. Okay, we have a deck. Already, we've got a pretty decent deck for this challenge. We get to smith because of our pantograph, so we have more health than it looks like. And I think we smith accuracy this time. Okay, Hexaghost. Remember how you crushed me last time? That's not going to happen this time. We've got a much better deck. Much better. So Blade Dance, bunch of shivs, and then Survivor and Defend don't quite block fully, but only barely. Basically, every time we can do a Blade Dance, we do a Blade Dance, and then I think we win this fight very easily. Alright, we can do a Blade Dance, so we do. It does 40 damage. And then a single Defend blocks that 8 damage, no problem. There's a Burn, and we don't have any defense in our hand. So we're going to take 6 damage this turn. Sadly. I need to remove more strikes from the deck, I think. I think that's the next thing we want to remove, is a strike. Anyway, that was a very easy boss battle. We can add a card. I see an after image. That's amazing. Let's take it. Alright. And we don't really want Snecko Eye. Not in this deck. So we don't want Snecko Eye. We could take Coffee Dripper. It means we can't rest at rest sites, but we still get the 6 health from the Eternal Feather and the 25 from the Pantograph. So the Coffee Dripper is definitely an option. Ring of the Serpent versus Ring of the Snake. I think I'd rather have Ring of the Snake. Let's take the Coffee Dripper. So we can no longer rest at rest sites, which is perfectly fine in my opinion. I still want to go to rest sites because we heal up when we go there. And we can smith cards, which I want to do. I don't feel a great need to remove more cards from the deck, but I definitely still want to. It would cost, I think, 150 now to remove a card. So this first shop is not really an option, because we're not going to get 50 gold by the time we get there. Unless we get something out of this. Let's go here, and then figure out where we're going. Because I have no idea where I want to go. So after image, Blade Dance. Alright. I feel like we crushed the normal enemies, but the elite enemies might still be a problem. So accuracy, neutralize, Blade Dance. And then Survivor blocks fully. Alright, normal enemy down, no problem at all. I don't want any of these cards in this deck, so skip those. We're looking for very specific cards. Cursed Tome. Ooh, alright, what do we do here? So the Cursed Tome, we could read it, we would lose health, but we would gain one of 3 relics. One of the relics would give us a curse, which we can technically fit in the deck, and it would make it so that 2-cost attacks happen twice. That one would be terrible for us. One of them would allow us to add cards to our deck mid-battle, which is often really strong. One of them would give us a power on the first turn. So 2/3 of those are really good for us. 1/3 of them is absolutely terrible for us. I think because the 1/3 is so bad, we don't do this. So I'm going to leave. And no, the Darkstone Periapt did not have a chance to change my mind. Alright, neither of these shops are really going to do anything for me, so the real question is, are we going to the right, which means that we can visit a shop later, but we go to less elites and less fires? Or do we go to the left, we don't get to visit a late shop, but we get a bunch of fires and a bunch of elites? I like bunches of fires and bunches of elites, honestly. What's the difference? On the left, we would see 3 fires, 4 fires, and 2 elites. On the right, we would see only 2 fires, so that's 2 less fires. We would only see 1 elite, 1 less elite, but we would see a shop. Actually, we could see 2 elites. Same number of elites, 2 less fires, 1 shop. I think we've got to prioritize the shop, honestly. Alright. Prioritize the late shop, which means we're going to the right. We cannot afford to remove, so we do nothing here. Okay. Oh, old beggar. We've gotten pretty lucky with the events, honestly. Let's offer some gold, remove another card from the deck. We're going to remove a strike. Now we've got slots for 2 cards if we want them. We're going to be very picky, but if we want them, we can add 2 cards to the deck. Accuracy, Blade Dance. Blade Dance. And you're already down to 24 health. Alright. Let's Survivor so we don't take any damage. Blade Dance kills you. Alright. This deck is very strong against normal enemies. So there's an upgraded Acrobatics. How much do we care about upgraded Acrobatics? It's good. It is honestly very good. But how much do we actually care? I think I care enough to take it. Upgraded Acrobatics goes in the deck. Do I want to go to this fireplace more than an elite? I do want to do upgrades, but we actually don't have that many cards that we want to upgrade. So maybe we should go to 3 elites and only 1 fire. Sure, let's do that. Book of Stabbing. Neutralize is nice to see. We can play Accuracy. I think we play Acrobatics so that we get our Blade Dances. And I think we play both Blade Dances and just take 10 damage. Because playing both Blade Dances does a lot for us, including upping our dexterity for future turns. Take the 10 damage and the 2 wounds. Alright, Blade Dance. The Strike, Defend, Survivor, we take no damage. If we do Blade Dance and Acrobatics, we might win this turn. Maybe. Actually, guaranteed? No, because this is the non-upgraded Blade Dance. I'm gonna go for it. Blade Dance, Acrobatics, as long as you draw me another Blade Dance, we win. You did not. Alright, we didn't win. Neutralize is good. 2 defends, blocks for everything, and then we definitely win next turn. With a Blade Dance. Okay. Still kind of crushing. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward. That is good. Granted, we're not going to take cards as often. Finisher is tempting. Finisher is tempting for the 12th card slot. Finisher is tempting. The thing is, if we fill this card slot, we don't get to replace the card for a while. Or what am I trying to say? If we fill this card slot, we don't get another card slot for a long time. Until we get to that shop, if we even get enough money by the time we get to that shop. Huh. I think we still take the finisher. Okay. We've got a very straightforward deck. After Image, Accuracy, Blade Dance, Finisher. And then we might win next turn. We might. We certainly start with Blade Dance. Probably don't win this turn. I think we do Neutralize and we do Acrobatics. And then we get to do another Blade Dance. And another Neutralize. Let's start with the Neutralize. And Survivor to block fully. Great. Dealing with a snake plant this easily is honestly really, really nice. Snake plants deal me so much damage. Okay, we can't add cards, so we just skip both of those card packs. Are we going to get enough money by that shop? The answer is almost surely no. Does that divert us to go a different path? I don't think so yet. Okay, I see Accuracy and 2 Blade Dances. So we can kill the red slaver this turn. And start on the blue slaver or the Taskmaster. The Taskmaster adding wounds is kind of bad, but doesn't affect us that much. I'm going to go for the blue slaver. We are taking 3 damage this turn. So we did take 3 damage. It wasn't the best. I like After Image Acrobatics. It did give me a Blade Dance. Perfect. So now we take out you. And we get to play Finisher on this one and block exactly 7. Great. Blade Dance does 30 damage. And then, I mean, we block fully, even though we left him at 1 health. So Taskmaster dies to a strike. Vajra, very nice. Very nice with Blade Dances. I like it. We don't get to look at the card. Skip the card. Potion Belt. Not terrible, but should we just take the Sapphire Key here? Maybe. Let's take the Sapphire Key. Pass up a Potion Belt. Okay, so the options are we could go right. Going to the shop probably doesn't do much for us because we haven't gotten 150 gold. Unless we get 16 gold from this question mark. Which could happen, but it could easily not happen. So if we go to the right, the shop might do nothing for us, but we would fight the Burning Elite. If we go left, we get one more fire, and we do a non-Burning Elite instead of the Burning Elite. I want to go toward the Burning Elite. Ho-ho! We got it. Alright, the nest. Smash and grab, obtain 99 gold. Which means when we go to this shop, we have enough to remove a card. How nice. Card removal service. Remove a strike. Because I have 3 defensive cards. I don't want to go down to 2 defensive cards. Okay, so we've got a card slot that we could fill. I don't know exactly what I want in that card slot, but we've got one. Blade Dance is going to chew through your armor. I should probably defend. You know I want to do acrobatics and another Blade Dance, but I should probably just defend for this turn. So I will. Okay, the next turn we have After Image and 2 Blade Dances and a finisher. Okay, I think we're going to win pretty easily. Let's defeat... Let's see here. We can defeat this right one with 2 shivs and a neutralize. And then we can defeat you without even using the finisher. Alright. Great. We can add cards to the deck. Escape Plan is not bad. And I don't care about those. So Escape Plan is the only one I'm considering. Escape Plan is 0 cost, it draws me a card, and if I draw a skill, then we get block. I actually have a lot of skills in the deck. Because Blade Dance is a skill. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skills in the deck, 2 powers, 3 attacks. Let's take Escape Plan. It's even already upgraded. Okay, great. We already filled our card slot. We can get rid of Darkstone Periapt. Huzzah. And we obtain a special relic. Now granted, the special relic doesn't help us much until we get another card slot, but still, we lose this relic, we get Niloth's Gift, triple the chance of finding rare cards from combat rewards. That is very good for us. Even though we don't get to benefit from it until later, until we get to get another card. Okay, can we win this turn with Accuracy, Blade Dance, Neutralize, Finisher? Does that do 150 damage? Let's figure it out. So, the Accuracy makes the shivs do 6 more damage. Plus, our 1 strength means each shiv does 11 damage. We have 7 shivs, which means 77 damage. Plus the 5 is 82 damage. And then the finisher does 7 times 8. Yeah, 7 times 8 is 56. We don't do enough. We would knock you down to 14 health, but we wouldn't kill you. Still kind of seems like it might be better than playing After Image, though, right? Because we can kill the gremlins with a couple shivs, and still do a ton of damage to the gremlin leader. Let's still do it. So, but we're going to put some shivs towards the gremlins. And I do want to kill both of the gremlins. Okay. So you're down to 61 health after the first turn. And all that you try to do is get more gremlins. Great. And we got all of the cards that we just played back in our hand. Alright. I like this deck. We don't even need the finisher a lot of the times. We got a Blood Vial. Not bad. More passive healing. We've got Pantograph, Eternal Feather, and Blood Vial for passive healing, which is great when we took Coffee Dripper. Glitter Staff says Fire Potion. Oh, I could have won the first turn with the Fire Potion. That's true. I just didn't think the Fire Potion was worth using to do that. But that's a good point. But welcome to the stream, Glitter Staff. Alright. Let's smith... I want to smith Blade Dance, After Image, and Finisher. Let's do Finisher first. And then Blade Dance, and then After Image. Okay, the Champ. Does the Champ scare me at all? Enough to use one of these potions? I think we might want to use the Power Potion. Let's use the Power Potion. Envenom is not bad. 1,000 Cuts is not bad. Wraith Form is kind of pointless on the first turn. Let's get Envenom. So we play After Image first, and then Envenom, and then Blade Dance. Let's play Escape Plan next. And then if we do Acrobatics, we could get another Blade Dance. But then we wouldn't... Oh, we would block fully, that's right. Okay, let's get another Blade Dance this turn. We haven't played our Accuracy yet. Should we play the Accuracy? No, let's play Blade Dance. Okay, great first turn. Escape Plan draws me Accuracy, that's wonderful. Then we can play both Blade Dances, and we don't even need to defend. We've got to be careful about how quickly we knock you down to half health. But I guess I'm already at full power, so it might not be bad to do that. Yeah, we can play both Blade Dances practically every turn. So yeah, let's knock you below half health, get you to your scary phase. We're knocking him significantly below half health. He's at 98. He might not even go to the next phase. Okay, never mind. I think we didn't need the Power Potion. Alright, we beat the Champ very easily there. We don't get to get a card though, because we're already at 12. That's our max deck. Our max deck size. So we leave those nasty yellow cards on the floor. Wrist Blade. Attacks that cost 0 deal 4 additional damage. Fusion Hammer doesn't allow us to smith at rest sites. That means that we couldn't smith or rest at rest sites. Don't like that. Runic Pyramid is often really nice. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. But I think with the deck that we have, we just have to take Wrist Blade. So, Wrist Blade it is. Okay, we can remove a card at a shop. I want to go to Elites, Fires, and Shops. There are 3 shops, but they're all separate from each other. They're exclusive. So I can only go to one of those shops. If I go to the left shop, we don't get to go to a fireplace. We get one fireplace the entire act. If I go to the middle shop, we could go to a bunch of question marks and go to 3 fireplaces as well as 2 elites. The right path, we still get to go to 2 elites and 3 fireplaces, but less question marks. I think we like question marks. They could be shops. With this hand, I think we want to play After Image Accuracy. After Image Accuracy Blade Dance. And then we get to play Survivor at the end. And then we win this turn, because we know we're drawing a Blade Dance. Okay. We don't get to get any of those cards, so we just skip those. The question mark, the first one was just another battle. That's fine. I like seeing accuracy in the opening hand. And we also have a finisher. Okay, well, that one's already dead. Let's kill the left one too, with finisher. Okay, almost won this battle on the first turn. Just barely did not. Energy potion is fine to see. We can't look at those card rewards. Winding Halls. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't get a choice here. The first option gives us cards in the deck, which we're not allowed to take. The second one gives us a card in the deck, which we're not allowed to take, which means we just lose 4 max health. It's not the worst, but certainly not what we wanted. Sensory Stone. We don't get to add the card. You can still press the recall button and just skip the card, so that's what we do. That one was a nothing event. Falling. Oh right, we get to lose a strike. Great. So we strike, we remove strike from the deck, which means that we can now look at cards again. How nice. The Nemesis. We probably want to play After Image in this fight. So let's play the After Image, Accuracy, Blade Dances. Do we play the Escape Plan or not? Would we prefer to have that as our next hand? No, I would not. So let's play the Escape Plan. So we kind of got lucky. We did not draw a burn. We got a neutralize, which is very nice. These only deal 1 damage because of the intangible, but they're still nice to play. To invoke the kunai to gain more dexterity. And then we should win this turn, I think. Start with Blade Dance. And then Escape Plan, and then Acrobatics, which should draw me something that allows me to win, like a finisher. Wonderful. Ho ho, we got Ornamental Fan. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, we gain 4 block. That's great. And then to make up for the fact that we lost 4 max health, we get a Fruit Juice, which will give us 5 max health eventually. We could add another finisher to the deck. Is that worth it? It's a finisher plus. Alternatively, we could add Leg Sweep to the deck, or nothing. Let's add another finisher. So now our deck is really good at doing damage. We're not too bad at blocking, but we're really good at doing damage. Let's fight for a rare relic. Let's do it. Okay, we should play After Image in this fight. I think. Probably yes. Blade Dance. Hit the right one, the one that has less health, and also is doing more damage. And then defend twice. Finisher does 36 damage. It's not enough. Yeah, I think we defend twice and we take 0 damage. There's an accuracy, which makes our blade dances better. Now we can kill you. And do a finisher on the other one, and survivor away the burn. So we've taken no damage in this fight, which is really nice. We are going to take some damage here, though. Oh, unless we draw a blade dance. that was lucky. Alright, we took no damage in that. We got a Duvu doll. Completely pointless. We have no curses. Alright, we got a Duvu doll. The rare relic was a Duvu doll. Let's remove another card. At this point, I don't know which cards we want to remove, though. Probably a defend. Yeah, let's remove a defend. And then we don't spend money on any of these. The Strange Spoon doesn't do anything for us. The Whetstone... Does the Whetstone do anything? It upgrades nothing, actually. The Whetstone is pointless. Alright, we don't do anything here. We leave. And we're going on the side that has more fireplaces. Because then we can upgrade cards. We get a strawberry. Very nice. Okay, we could recall right here. Let's do that. I like recalling early, just so that I don't forget to do it. The Giant Head. We have a good deck to defeat you, sir. We're not going to win on the first turn, so let's play After Image. And of course Accuracy. And the Blade Dance. No reason to play Escape Plan first. Let's play Neutralize, Shiv, 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 Escape Plan. Finisher, how about that? Alright. I think we're going to win. Yeah, we're surely going to win before he switches to doing lots of damage to us. Because we just have lots of Blade Dances and finishers. Should we play Acrobatics and play 2 finishers, or should we play another Blade Dance? We should play another Blade Dance. But maybe we should play Acrobatics so that we can play Neutralize, Escape Plan. Or don't play the Escape Plan so that we have a greater chance of drawing Blade Dances next turn. I like that the most. Alright. And we win next turn. Basically, almost anything that we drew, we would win this turn. Great. Nunchaku. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain 1 energy. This game is just giving me so many relics that work for this. It has given me a couple that are not great, like the Duvu doll, the Darkstone Periapt, which we got rid of, and the Prayer Wheel and Naloth's Gift. Those have been not the most important, but almost everything else has been great. So, here's another great one, Nunchaku. And then we can drink our fruit juice and get Distilled Chaos. Do we take a card? Not those cards. The Transient. I'm not going to take damage from the transient, but I don't know if we're going to kill the transient. I think we should do acrobatics and play accuracy. Don't discard accuracy, play accuracy. For the future. Okay, let's think about what we can do to potentially win this fight. We play acrobatics. We play neutralize and blade dances. Actually, what if we play... We can play the blade dances. That would give us nunchaku, so we could play both finishers. That's nice. Yeah, let's... I'm thinking about whether we play neutralize first, or we play escape plan to try to draw blade dance. I think we play escape plan now, so that we don't draw blade dance. So that we draw it next turn most likely. So we get to play both finishers. We're not scaling up over this battle, so I don't think we get to win. We can do a lot of damage each turn, but we've only done 300 damage so far. And we'd have to do that... We'd have to do mostly that for the next 3 turns. We can play acrobatics and do almost the same thing, though. Blade dance. Blade dance. And then neutralize. And then both finishers? Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. We get to do that maybe every turn. Alright, let's see if we can kill the transient with this deck. I still think the answer is no, but maybe. We've got to do more than 200 damage both turns. So he's at 429. Let's see how much damage we can do. We pretty much have to play acrobatics. And then we have to play the blade dances. Do we play the escape plan? I think we don't. Yeah, I think playing escape plan is not helpful. So we play the 2 blade dances. I already forget what number his life was at when we started this battle. Oh, but as long as we do that again next turn, we win. Because we did more than 200 damage. Alright, let's see if we can do it. We got acrobatics again, which means we get to do this. Alright. Blade dance. Blade dance. And then finisher. And we win. Alright. Got to kill the transient again. I've done that very few times in my challenge runs, but I think this might be the second time I've done that. Oh, another accuracy? Or a cloak and dagger. I think we want another accuracy. Yeah, I think I want another accuracy above a cloak and dagger. There we go, we've got 12 cards again. And we can smith. I want to smith these 2, basically. So, let's start with blade dance. The maw, no problem. Let's just do what we always do. We can't do what I want to do, so let's play After Image, Blade Dance, and 2 finishers, which will put Nunchaku at 9. Means we get more energy next turn. So accuracy, accuracy, Blade Dance, acrobatics, and a Blade Dance. Okay, even when we're weakened, our Blade Dances do 15 damage. Pretty nice. We can't look at those cards. We have our 12-card deck. And we get to smith one more time. Let's smith the After Image so that it is innate. That's important for the heart battle. Alright, Donu and Deku. Or, yeah, Donu and Deka. Let's crush you. We do play After Image here. And then Blade Dance. We don't have our accuracies out yet. And we can't neutralize you to do this. Oh, but we are at Nunchaku, so we could do neutralize finisher and still do a block card. Although we don't need to do a block card. How about that? Alright. Sort of wasted the Nunchaku there. So I want to do accuracy, accuracy. Escape plan. We drew a dazed. How terrible. Discard the finisher because we're not playing that. Let's play the neutralize on Donu, so we kill Donu fast. And we take damage here. It's sad. I could avoid the damage with Distilled Chaos, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Don't think I'm going to bother. Do I want to? Let's not bother. Let's take the damage. Okay. Now we get to do all the things we want to do. Let's play our Blade Dances first. Second Blade Dance. You're dead. Let's start working on you. Acrobatics draws us Neutralize, which means we have more energy again. I think playing a Blade Dance is better than playing a finisher. It's close. Gives me more block if I play the Blade Dance. And then we play a finisher. And win. Alright. There we go. So, that accomplishes the challenge. With the Silent, on Ascension 8, we have done the Skinny Deck Challenge. The Silent is the hardest character to pull this challenge off, because the Silent starts with 12 cards, so you can't add any cards to your deck. You have to remove more cards in order to add non-starter cards to your deck. However, we got very lucky. Part of it was planned, but we also got very lucky. If you look at our deck, we only have 3 starter cards left. That means that over the course of the run, we removed 9 cards. That is a lot in one run of Slay the Spire to have removed 9 cards. That leaves us with this very upgraded deck that focuses on shivs. We've got 2 accuracies, 2 blade dances, 2 finishers. That basically says the deck. As well as that, we have a kunai, wrist blade, and ornamental fan, and nunchaku, all that make that strategy so much nicer. Alright, even though we've won the challenge, my challenge is through Act 3, let's go to Act 4. Let's see if we can beat it there. I prepare my many, many daggers. Let's smith. And I guess we smith survivor. Alright. The last shop. We could remove another card. We cannot afford to remove a card and take accuracy, but we could remove a card. And that might be worthwhile. The other possibility here is orange pellets. Because orange pellets is very good for the heart fight. On turn 2. So would I rather have orange pellets or remove a card? I think I want both of those things. I don't think we need to replace our potions, particularly. So let's take orange pellets. And move on. We have a pretty good first turn. After image, accuracy. Let's play the escape plan. I guess not yet. We should play Blade Dance first. The real question is, do we want to look left or right? We are going to get one more energy. It's just, I want to know what escape plan draws. Let's play escape plan. It draws a finisher. So, how much damage can we deal? It's 60 from the shivs alone. And then one of the finishers will do a ×5. One of them will do a ×6. That's a total of ×11. So 99 damage from the finishers. So 159 damage without factoring in the neutralized damage. That doesn't kill the Spire Spear. And we don't gain... Oh, actually we get enough block anyway. Okay, so you know what? Let's kill the Spire Shield. One of the finishers will deal 6 × 9, which is 72. So we should do the neutralize here. And then the shiv here. And then a finisher for ×9. Or ×5, I mean. And a finisher for ×6. Wow. I did that calculation wrong. Whoops. Alright, no problem. No problem. Who cares if we do calculations wrong? We should play the acrobatics, because the chance of drawing another Blade Dance is very important. Alright, great. So we play the accuracy. Actually, do we just play Blade Dance, finisher, finisher? I think we do that. So because I messed up last turn, you get killed by the neutralize this turn. And then you get killed by the finishers this turn. Okay, yeah. Bag of Preparation. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards, along with my Ring of the Snake. That means we're drawing 9 cards on the first turn, which is pretty nice. And then a Power Potion I like more than the Fire Potion, so let's take that. We don't get to look at any cards, though. Leave those on the ground. And the final battle against the Corrupt Heart. Start with Afterimage. Now, we don't want to play both accuracies this turn, because we want to play a power, skill, and an attack next turn, which conveniently is exactly what's in our deck. So we don't play acrobatics this turn. Our after image exactly counteracts the beat of death, so that's very nice. And I think we're going to do plenty of damage. Plenty. Every single turn. Yeah, we did 210 damage that turn. That's wonderful. Oh no, we didn't draw the cards we needed. Alright, but we did get Distilled Chaos, which plays those 3 cards, which includes playing the escape plan. I also forgot to play the power potion on the first turn. Let's do that now. Drink this, play the power potion. We have another accuracy. Like, all of these are good for this deck. Accuracy is better than 1,000 cuts. An Infinite Blade? How good is Infinite Blade versus these other ones? I think I like the Infinite Blades the most. Take Infinite Blades. Okay, Infinite Blades, accuracy. We're going to play Distilled Chaos to play a skill. And then we just need to play an attack. We can play Acrobatics as well. Discard the burn. And then Blade Dance can give us an attack to play. So now that removes our vulnerable, our weakness, and our frail, which is very good. Alright, we still take damage this turn, but only 5. We could not take that damage with the energy potion, but we already took 1 on the first turn, so who cares? Okay. This turn we have escape plan. Kind of want to play the escape plan first, even though it's not the best, but let's do it. Because I want to know what we have. We have an Acrobatics. How wonderful. Acrobatics can get rid of the burn. We can play Neutralize, Shiv, Blade Dance, a whole bunch of Shivs. Another Blade Dance, a whole bunch of Shivs. The Finisher, which does 90 damage. And then we could play the Slimed, or we could play the Defend. The Defend blocks fully. The Slimed gets rid of it out of the deck. I want to block. Okay. Now we just have to win this turn, which appears like it's going to be no problem. That is 5 Shivs. Let's do another 4 for 9 Shivs. Alright, and we win. Alright. We defeated the Skinny Deck Challenge with the Silence on Ascension 8. That is great. That's basically my new personal best. Technically tied with the Defect from earlier tonight. But honestly, the Silent is the harder one to accomplish. So this is really my personal best right here. Which is great. I love setting a personal best. Champion 4, we defeated 4 elites without taking damage. We defeated 1 boss without taking damage. We could have made that 2 if we wanted to, which would not have been enough for the Beyond Perfect. But very close, because we almost had the ability to take no damage in the heart fight. Almost. We could have taken 1. Oh well. Pretty high score overall. Alright, well, that is it for tonight. I got my personal best again, twice in a row, which feels pretty good. I say in a row, which is not technically true. Both the Defect and the Silent, we lost the first run getting very unlucky. And we lost the first run in Act 1. And then the second run for both of them were great. So, wonderful. Thanks everyone for coming. This was quite a stream for myself. I hope that it turned out good for all of you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.